was a lovely day down in the Swan before I stacked it and cut up my leg. But, that's fishing. I was just out this nice rock wall here, casting out. It's nice and deep here, so while I'd wait for it to sink, I would walk 2 or 3 steps up the rock wall and then slowly hop back. I was using my TD 0 2 to 5 kilo, my 2500 Stratic, and I had 8-pound braid, and I was using 10-pound leader because it's really snaggy around here, and also had to lift fish over this rock wall. I've got a 3.2-inch Daiwa bait junkie, and I've got a 7-gram vexed 1.0 jig head. I'm using the vexed particularly here as well because most of the snags are rocks, and the rounded heads roll over the rocks a lot easier. Either way, I hooked up on a nice one pretty early, which was always good. Well, not massive, but it was a good start to the day. Always a good confidence booster. £10 braid, 10-pound leader is what I was using to pull them up, just because there's nowhere really to land it, didn't have a net, so I was doing the old swing and hope. Just a real slow roll with little hops off the bottom. I've got a 7-gram, which is a 1/4 ounce jig head, so I can cast out an absolute mile with this. Having said that, it's going to be really close or always in the bottom, so just having that feel of where your lure is and knowing where some of the snags where you've snagged before are can be helpful here, otherwise you can chew through some lures here. Particularly a good thing is trying to differentiate between what a bite is and what hitting a rock is. You can learn that pretty quickly though. These head shags didn't feel like a flatty. It's pretty recognisable, especially after last week when I had the last video out. Another nice broom and hit one of these big plastics. The plastics were actually getting smacked by them quite a lot, but this one actually gave it a good crack. Not a bad broom. Another little flatty here. Had the camera off like usual. Wasn't any size to really get too excited about, to be fair. Here I hit one of those mini snags around here. So I've got the 10-pound leader and a FG knot, so I can give it a bit of stick. When I know I'm stuck, I'm just going to open the bail arm here, take a few steps to put a little bit of a slack in it and try and change the angle, particularly because I know that a lot of the snags around here aren't logs, so you can just change the angle and sometimes pull your lure out. Usually it's just sort of like wedged into the rock. Perfect. Saved me tying another leader. So again, taking a few steps while the lure sinks down. Basically it's just a way to sort of cover ground and be a little bit disciplined of letting the lure sink down to the bottom. Something's having a little crack here. brim nibbles there. This one had a bit more weight to it. Swimming directly into the rocks. I'm trying to swing it up in one motion here, so if it does snap off the leader, it's not going to get caught in between those rocks. Nice chunky one. All catch and release today. So this is where I made a bit of a mare. I decided to wash off a bit of that flathead slime. And you can see here I put my foot on that wet rock and it's straight in. Right here. Foot's cut it up quite bad. I've got a pretty nasty sort of graze and gross leg at the moment, to be fair. Either way, thanks for watching. For more Swan River videos, please subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section.